So in November in 2019, Tesla announced their first pickup truck, the Cybertruck. There's been a lot of controversy over the Cybertruck, and we're going to dive into that today. So we're going to scroll down here. This is their website. First of all, it has an exoskeleton. Now, the idea of an exoskeleton basically means it's a crossover. So instead of having a body on frame, the body and frame are all one piece. Making crossovers has been going on for a really long time, actually. It's also made out of ultra-hard 30X cold-rolled stainless steel. Though I see what they're going for here. They're trying to show that they're making the Cybertruck out of really durable, strong materials. Doesn't seem to be very safe to me. If you look on the NHTSA's website, they make some of the safest cars you can buy because they're heavy and they sit low, which makes it really difficult to roll over. In the 60s and 70s, we used to make cars out of really hard, dense steel. And if you look at the motor vehicle fatality rates in the 60s and 70s, they're more than double what they are today. Cars are designed to have certain crumple zones in the front and in the back. The car can absorb shock and impact so that the car takes most of the hit as opposed to the driver or passengers taking the hit. You can look up a YouTube video and you can totally see the difference in how the two cars take the impact. 100 cubic feet of storage space. Most mid-size SUVs have that amount of space if you put all the seats down. It also has this magic tonneau cover that you strong enough to stand on. People have been making tonneau covers that you can put over the bed of a truck. A lot of them are strong enough to stand on. It has a payload of 3,500 pounds. Tows 14,000 pounds. It compares more closely to the F-250 as far as towing and payload. Very cool, especially for an electric truck, but nothing new. The last and sort of final thing that's sort of the elephant in the room is just how it looks. People have been designing cars to mimic more or less the characteristics of the human body. Even if you try and give it kind of a robot look, we'll take Iron Man for example. You can see this distinct, they gave him kind of a rounded shoulder here, kind of a bicep looking thing, what would be thigh muscles, there's curve from the torso to the legs. This is the C8 Corvette, and you can see again here, it has these curves here and here, and also has these contour lines. This area is called the shoulder. And so people have been designing cars to look like this for a long time. The Cybertruck doesn't have any of those. There is no curve, it's just this kind of triangle shape happening. And there are no contour lines. There's just this one line that just goes straight across all the way from front to back. The Cybertruck has really shallow angles of approach, which are typical for a sports car. If you're to look at the F-250 again, it has these large, tall windows, which is typical for a larger car used for work or for carrying passengers. There's this steeper line for the windshield here, and these lines on almost any car will cross near the front wheel area. And this is typical for a lot of cars, and that's what helps give it this distinct front, middle, and back. And so if you look at the C8 Corvette again, you can see it has much smaller windows, and this angle of approach here with the windshield is much shallower. If you go look over at the Cybertruck, not only is it a shallow angle of approach and you have smaller windows compared to the rest of the body, this line doesn't even cross anywhere near the front wheel area. It all just kind of morphs into one thing. It looks more like the robot from Interstellar, TARS. There's no kind of artistic element to it, in my opinion. Anyway, so that is the Cybertruck. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And if you like the video, be sure to subscribe.